Broadly speaking, teacher pay raises is one of the things that most every lawmaker could agree on. So why wasn't the Texas legislature able to make good on that promise? Part of the reason could be that even though Republicans denied it, the attitude was that teacher pay raises wouldn't pass without school vouchers attached.
If this was supposed to be the special session devoted to education, not a lot of education policies made it through. The obvious failed policy was the school choice package, but it was attached to a sweeping education funding package with things like increases to the per-student allotment and teacher pay raises. And when the House stripped school choice out of the deal, so too went those public school investments.
Was it held hostage by school choice legislation?
Yes. The lieutenant governor made very clear that he was not going to move forward on any sort of teacher pay increase or general change to the funding of public schools without a voucher program during the regular session.
Not to mention, Governor Greg Abbott essentially said he would veto any plans sent to him for public education funding without school choice. But 4 special sessions in, the Texas House has indicated it's still not on board with school choice. A 5th session isn't out of the question, but now officials, including Governor Abbott, are looking ahead to primary elections, endorsing Republicans in favor of spending taxpayer money on private schooling, which means it might not be another year or more that Texas invests in its teachers. In a press conference earlier this week, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick said if there were to be another special session, he would be on board with passing teacher pay raises without vouchers, but only teacher pay raises.
I'm okay passing a teacher pay raise, and that's different from overall school funding.
So you would not be okay with things like increasing the basic allotment, things of that nature?
No.
But that would be if the House and Senate can come to an agreement, and that's a big if. And before that can happen, it would take Governor Greg Abbott to call a special session, the 5th one of this legislature, to make that happen.
The other key education policy left on the table was school safety. Both chambers agreed they wanted to invest hundreds of millions, possibly even more than $1 billion on school safety, particularly after several school districts said they couldn't afford the requirements that were put in place earlier this year for things like school resource officers. But that too was left behind by the legislature. From inside the Texas State Capitol, Michael Atkinson, CBS Austin News.
Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and get the latest news by downloading the CBS Austin News app.